YouTube, what's up? This is the Big Face Trucker coming to you. Just dropping a quick video. Hope it won't take too long. But this video is about the beer permit shit. Alright? Last night I booked the load. I'm up here in New York, so I had to check it out to see what I was doing and if I was doing something right. Go through it real quick, all right? Alabama, if you're in Alabama, you do not need a beer permit. You don't need a beer within it, you don't need a beer from it, or you don't need a beer to it, or you don't need a permit through it. Arizona, same thing, all right? Arkansas, you need a beer pit within it, you need a beer pit from it, you need a beer pit to it, you need one through it, all right? Colorado, do not need a beer permit at all, within, from, to, or through it. Connecticut, you need a beer permit annually, within, from, to, but you do not need one going through, all right? Delaware, you do not need a beer permit. Within, from, to, and through. You do not need one. District of Columbia, all right? You need one within. You don't need one from, but you need one to it, all right? Through it, you do not need one. Florida, at all. You do not need a beer permit at all. You do not need one. Georgia, you do not need a beer permit at all. Idaho, you do not need a beer permit at all. Illinois, you do not need a beer permit at all. Indiana, you need an annual beer permit. You need it within, from, to, and through. All right? Iowa, you do not need a beer permit at all. Kansas, you do not need a beer permit at all. Kentucky, you need a beer permit within, from, to, and through. All right? Iowa, you do not need a beer permit at all. Kansas, you do not need a beer permit at all. Kentucky, you need a beer permit within, from, to, and through. All right? So you might have to go around Kentucky. All right? Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, you do not need a beer permit at all. Maryland, you need an annual beer permit within, from, to, and through. All right? Massachusetts, you need an annual beer permit within, from, and to, but not going through. Michigan, you do not need a beer permit. Minnesota, you do not need a beer permit. Mississippi, do not need a beer permit. Missouri, do not need a beer permit. Montana, Nebraska, you do not need a beer permit. Nevada, you do not need a beer permit. New Hampshire, annual. Within, from, and to. All right? But if you're going through, you don't need one. New Mexico, you need a 3-year beer permit within, from, to, and through. All right? But if you're going to California, let me turn this off. If you're going to California or something like that, yeah, you need to be right going through New Mexico. I was stopped one time in New Mexico with hazmat when I was working for a hazmat company. Gave me a hard time. The company's paperwork wasn't right. They gave me a hard time there until the company got it straight. All right? Where I'm at, New Jersey, you need an annual or a single trip beer permit. You need one within, from, and to. All right? New Jersey, If you're going through New Jersey with beer, you can. New York, you need an annual within, from, and to New York. But if you're going through New York, you do not need a beer permit. North Carolina, you need a permanent permit. Within, from, to, through, you need a permit. All right? Let's go down here. All right? Let's see. North Dakota, you do not need a beer permit. Ohio, you need an annual beer permit. All four, you need a permit. Going through, within, from, to, whatever. Pennsylvania, you need an annual beer permit. And that's from, within, and to. Excuse me. But if you're going through, you do not need one. Rhode Island, you do not need one. South Carolina, you do not need one. South Dakota, you need an annual. All right? You need an annual in South Dakota, which is within, from, and to. If you're going through, you're good. All right? Let's see. Tennessee, do not need a beer permit. All right? Texas, you need a 2-year beer permit, and that's within, from, and to. If you're going through it, you do not need a beer permit. Utah, you don't need a beer permit. Vermont, you do not need a beer permit. Virginia, you need a permanent beer permit within, to, from, and going through. Washington, you do not need a beer permit. West Virginia, you need an annual beer permit from, to, through, within, you need a beer permit. Wisconsin and Wyoming, you do not need a beer permit. All right? So, on this beer permit load, all right, being that I'm out here for self, I won't take that chance. I had a friend of mine say, yeah, go ahead, load. Go ahead, take that load. That wasn't a good decision, or a good advice to give to another driver with his own thing going on. That wasn't good. But sometimes you got to put tests out there to see if they looking out for you, if anybody's looking out for you, or whatever, you know. Basically, talk to people that's got experience in this. I decided not to take the load. Then I turned around and I see a better load, and it's only hauling juice. So I haven't picked that load yet. All right, cause I'm playing around with it. I want to see if it's a grow. If I don't get it, I don't get it. I'm not too pressed on a load picking up at 2100 tomorrow night, and then running it straight through. All right, because then after that, I got 2 other loads to pick up in New York. So that is the deal. All right. So right now, that's where I'm at up here in New York. I'm going to check on my trailer, run to Walmart, do some things, and just get out of here, you know, drop my clothes off at the laundromat, and bam. But it's been a real journey. I mean, as far as the people that I had met in my journey doing this trucking thing, as far as meeting the YouTubers that the fan base that's been watching my channel and everything, I talk to some quite often, they got their different styles of how they do things. Everybody's different, but still, I want to just let anybody know, all right? Anytime you ask somebody for some advice, go check it out. See if they're really for you, or if they're just saying something because they just think, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You just got to look out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You really got to look out for yourself. There's still some things that I'm doing out here for the company. I shook off a lot of depression, a lot of stuff that I was going through. That's why I'm out here running. I come up here. I'm dealing with some directs, trying to get some directs up here. Work. You know what I'm saying? Straight work. But usually, I don't really be dropping too much stuff of what I'm doing right now, because the energy out there can some kind of have some effect on what you're trying to get to and what you're trying to do. After it happens, yeah, I'll tell you all day, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm doing something, I really don't like to share what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So, I know I haven't dropped no videos or nothing like that, but I'm out here on the grind trying to build. And when I talk about I'm not saying every trucker, but I just went through that depression shit. I was staying home. I was going out just to pay the bills. And that's it. That started getting kind of difficult down in Georgia and running Florida and dealing with my broker, man, which he couldn't get me enough revenue. And most of my runs was like a deadhead bat. I got a bumper dock every day. All right. I got to get to where I got to get to. And by the end of the year, I got to touch at least 50 grand. All right. To be at the mark where I was at Traveloka. All right. And that's basically almost 16 to 20,000 a month. And I'll get there. So that's where I'm at on this. That's basically what I could share with y'all today. Shout outs, Rapture Man. I've been checking you out, liking your videos. Definitely I've been watching 404. Definitely watching Jeffrey Wright, and still out here just trying to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Truck's running beautiful. Loving my trailer. If you get a chance, just go buy your trailer. All right. It depends where you're going in truck. If you want to stay a company man, stay a company man. But go get your own shit. Go get your own authority. Be your own boss. Limit the problems that can go on with dealing with other people. You still got to deal with other people, but you start subtracting all of that, and it gets to a point where you get more peace of mind. I'm not gonna front. It's not as hard as some people be putting out on their video, but it's not easy. You just gotta be organized, and you gotta organize your stuff and do what you gotta do. You can do it the way technology is you can run it right from your truck. You know what I'm saying? I got a random drug test, and I forgot to take the slips with me that you take to the drug testing spot that they fill out, and they send it off. So now I gotta run back down to Atlanta. I could have it next day but I still gotta go back and handle some other stuff at home. So it's gonna be, I got a pretty good load coming up here. Usually 31, 32 coming up to New York from Atlanta. I caught one for 27. And I think that was really good for me to get out of the lane where I was at down there. Up here in New York, the only difficult thing is the traffic, the tolls. So dealing with that is pretty, it just comes with the game. You might do, these loads up here is like 138, 140, 150, and you're getting $700-800. But you're gonna guarantee you're gonna be in some type of traffic or whatever. They try to set it up where you can run at night. So you gotta just strategically figure it out, and you can get the money. You know what I mean? I'm up here because staying in the truck, to me, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I could do it, but I can't. I have did it before, but I'm still dealing with some issues that I had in the past. So staying in the truck, it just reminds me of the things that I went through. So being that I'm up in New York, I'm up here, I got places to live, So I'm here at my main spot where I stay at, and just hanging out. Got the laundry spot up there, drop my clothes off, they fold it, crease it, all that other, no wrinkles or nothing like that, and fresh dress, got a shower, got a stove, a whole house, man. And I got parking to park my truck, and I got a place down there where trucks actually stop and sleep, and I drop my trailer down there. Always use a kingpin lock and a lock your trailer doors. So people won't throw shit in it, people won't go in it, come your doors is open, or it's not like that. Plus it's got a camera facility, so that's a win-win deal. So that's the deal. That's what the Big Face Truck is doing. I'm trying to get back on my big face shit. All right, get this money, make it happen, smile a lot, crack jokes a lot, show a little more stuff out here that I'm doing. I'm going up in Brooklyn. All right, so I might do something up in Brooklyn. I might do a back end. It all depends what the facility's looking like and what's going on there. Sometimes it'd be so crazy that you really just want to get it done and get up out of there. The traffic is crazy, but hey, it comes with the pay. You know what I'm saying? It might be a good day where you flowing, so it is what it is. But yo, this is 18 minutes, a short video. I figure I'll just come and drop that on that beer permit stuff. Just had to read up on it. I had to find some kind of source on what I needed to do. Now, there's some phone numbers next to everything that I just read off where you can call the state, get a beer permit, get a beer permit. And from what I understand, Uber will tell you, you're responsible for a beer permit. But Uber will reimburse you for getting the beer permit. You upload the paperwork, you send the receipt to the beer permit, they will reimburse you for the beer permit to do the load, which is real cool. Brokers won't do that. So Uber's always going to be a win thing for us truckers. For now, I guess. I don't know, where they're going with it. You know what I mean? But it's always going to be a win thing. I didn't like Uber when Uber first came out. All right. But then I started using Uber. I found, the brokers started dropping their rates, and Uber wasn't dropping their rates too much. Uber started looking better than the brokers. And that's crazy because the brokers shouldn't want Uber to look better than them, And when you mention it to a broker about Uber got a better load or Uber got a higher rate on going in the same area or the same load, then you know that they like hang up on you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to hear it. But, you know, that's it. They work for a big company, so they don't really give a damn. You know, they move, keep it moving, they don't care about you or whatever. You take the load, that's all they feel that you know, they don't care. So you gotta figure out, you know what I'm saying, the best thing for you to run. You know, the best thing that's best for your company. So that's what's up. But other than that, the big face truck is signing off. And I'm going to go eat me some pizza later on and hang out. That's it, you know. Get ready for tomorrow. Wait for this load to go up a little higher. And I'll probably snatch it up, you know. Or something might pop up tomorrow. And it might look good, then better than all three of the loads. And then I'll just dismiss myself off those three loads and do that one load and be sitting nice. You know what I'm saying? So the object is to really, like, from Monday to Wednesday, be somewhere about 23. You know what I'm saying? And Thursday, Friday, and the weekend, you should be able to easily get up to like $5,000. Easily. So that's what's up. Last week was a good week for me. But this week I gotta make it another good week, and the next one, and then, you know, then I go in my trucking office and then I see what I'm doing, how I'm bringing my rate up and everything. Yes, trucking office is like the best thing going as far as a trucking software that you can really use and look at your numbers and look at every bit. If you put all your numbers in, it does all the figuring out for you. And you can see where your weaknesses. It even has a graph for you, all right? And it has a graph for what broker you're using the most and who's doing you right. And then you see who's doing you right. You like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with these two or these three. They've been doing me right. I've been making the most money with them, and then you go from there. But look, that's just some stuff at the end of this beer permit thing. I just figure I'll just drop this video because a lot of guys make a beer permit thing, but they don't name the states or whatever, and just make it real simple for you. All you gotta do is check the video. If you're in that state, you think you need a beer permit, and you're not sure or whatever, then you just heard it, all right? And then, you know, you got to do some Googling, or wherever you get the load from, they should have a number for you to get the permit. And you pay for the permit, they email it to you. You have the permit, you keep the receipt, and maybe the broker might reimburse you, or you might just want to hold on to it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's crazy, but make sure your insurance company knows that you're hauling beer, and that could be a problem too. So other than that, big face truckers out, and I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all hold it down. Peace.